SeaWorld and other marine parks are abused both mentally and physically. My question is this: what can we do as people to ensure that captive animals are treated fairly and are properly cared for? Last year, CNN released a documentary entitled Blackfish. This documentary shows the secrets the SeaWorld has been hiding for years and why so many people are injured and even killed by these majestic creatures. Meet Tilikum, the largest killer whale in captivity today, weighing 6.5 tons and over 22 feet long. Tilikum was captured illegally off the coast of Iceland in 1983 at just 2 years old. He was then sent to a small marine park called Sealand of the Pacific in British Columbia, Canada. When Tilikum did not perform a trick correctly, his trainer would withhold food from both him and the two females, Haida and Utka, causing the females to get agitated and rake their teeth across his body. This caused Tilikum's depression and anger. When part-time Sealand trainer Kelty Byrne fell into the pool, Tilikum circled around her, causing her to drown. Shortly after Kelty's death, Sealand put Tilikum onto the market. When SeaWorld heard that a 12,000-pound bull orca was up for sale, they immediately bought him, not giving a second thought about his past history for killing and aggression. In 1999, this man, Daniel P. Dukes, was killed when the man fell into the pool, running away from the law. The most recent attack was in 2010, when senior trainer Dawn Brancheau was grabbed by the arm and drowned. But right before, she had asked Tilikum to perform a perimeter peck wave, where the orca swims the perimeter of the pool, waving his or her pectoral flipper. When Dawn blew her whistle, he needed to come back and get his fish. But he did not hear her whistle and kept going. When he finally did come back, she waited a 3 count, meaning that he did not do the trick right. But soon after Dawn's death, Tilikum was confined to a small pool where he floated listlessly and swam in small circles, unlike any orca behavior ever recorded. SeaWorld does a pretty good job of asking how the orcas feel toward their trainers and the nature of their current home. Don't get me wrong, many trainers have special bonds with their animals. When SeaWorld noticed this, they discouraged the interacting between the SeaWorld trainers and the orcas, and encouraged them to treat them as something they use to make a living, like a carpenter would treat his tools. The orcas are also withheld from food until the show, for they must be hungry to be in the show. Let me repeat that. They must be hungry in order to guarantee the show. At the end of the day, you get to go home. The trainers get to go home, but they never get to leave. They stay there until A, they're transferred to another marine park, or B, they very sadly die, or C, released into the wild, which is very unlikely. This is Cassandra and her calf Takara. When Takara was only a year old, she was taken from her mother to another marine park. When Takara was taken away, Cassandra was wailing and crying. Cassandra was known for being a very quiet orca, and there was no mistaking she was grieving. In the wild, right here, in the wild, orcas are based on family structure and bonding, and calves stay with their mother for basically their whole lives, whereas in captivity, orcas are taken from their mothers when they're very young. When I was 6 years old, I haven't been to SeaWorld since I was 6 years old, but I remember thinking, these people care for them, they love them, and they're my heroes. After watching Blackfish, I was horrified to know who was once my hero was now my enemy. But how can we help? Stop supporting SeaWorld, because the money for your tickets is paying to keep a majestic animal in prison. Tell government officials to stop supporting SeaWorld and raise awareness. Tell your family and